Always with the same crew, posted with the same clique. Shout out to my day ones, everyone I came with, and we all self-made. You can never claim this, never pivot on my bros. One thing that I can't switch, not concerned with fitting in. We too busy standing out. They compare me to Pluto, it happened, I ain't planned it out. Came a long way from writing raps down in my parents' house. I'ma be a sight to see.
Living with all of these strangers, staring at faces that you can't make, standing in front of a mirror, forcing a smile, but I can't fake 'cause I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling confused, I'm losing my mind.
What's going on, my team community? This is Robbie, and we are here today to talk about dynamic duos. One of my favorite features of this game is the dynamic duos feature. You can get a card that you've had in your collection forever. Maybe it's sitting around, maybe it's not been used for a little bit, and all of a sudden, if it has a
Great day for Chain Company as they have now clinched a playoff berth.
Started from the bottom,
tonight.
now we're here.
Are you going to stop referencing that morning?
Absolutely.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this DA.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said,
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Lakers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, there's the Grizzlies. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And for the Grizzlies, they've made such fantastic progress this season. To see them so close to the top of the standings at this stage, what a surprise.
Well, it's not surprising to them. Since day one of this season, these players and coaches have said they view themselves as one of the league's top teams, and it looks like they're right there.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around and start to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see them eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. Now Anderson, he's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He feeds it to Valanciunas. And James pulls it down. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Here's Davis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You always will have this fear when defending AD. He can just rise up and knock it down.
They double him with James. And here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
James with the bucket.
Defensively, you want to take away LeBron's driving lanes, but his speed and power still went out.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Rondo. Valanciunas against Howard. Clock at 6. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Deep 2 from Anderson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You look at that jumper. It's not a quick release, but it's a high release. Anderson in the face of pressure.
Good on the bucket.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Now here's Anderson. Pass to Morant. Great D that time from Rondo.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
And here's Morant after LeBron James hitting the three. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Kyle Anderson. Clark, the pass to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And those great veterans, Mark Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Now here's Morant. After the miss from JaVale McGee. Puts it up from 12, and it's Morant missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Morant. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. Green comes in for James. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And so it's the Lakers with it after Josh Jackson's bucket. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. He's got 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Here's Clark. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
Pass to Jackson. The basket. Jackson's got his second basket.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We come back right after this. to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Joe Ingles is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Green. Then there's Dion Waiters. Now here's Jackson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Stolen by Waiters. Stolen by Jackson. Clark for three. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Clark's got the first basket of the second quarter for Memphis. Lakers leading by 6. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVP?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now. And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Then for the Grizzlies, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Josh Jackson. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joe Ingles. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Dion Waiters. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Kuzma, that's good. And the Lakers lead by 15.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Now Valanciunas, covered by Morris. Brooks with no one around. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
There's 1:54 left now here in the second. Deflected by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions. And Howard's still a presence down low.
Davis is checked in for Morris. Three-pointer, Brooks. And again, Memphis no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
The Lakers have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. Here's Morant. Softly drops in the floater.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by Los Angeles.
Pass to Howard. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Rondo. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Brooks. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Valanciunas with the ball. 8 points his last outing. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Rondo.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Rondo. Brooks the pass to Jackson. He kicks to Anderson. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Great to see Kuzma working so hard defensively, showing how effective he can be.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Howard. Outside Rondo. Back to Howard. Over Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Dwight Howard wants an MVP caliber performer, but age and injuries now affecting him. Still, tremendous, I believe, at rebounding and defending the rim.
Howard hits them both. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Down low, here's Valanciunas. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
When you earn your Keep inside. You get used to fighting through contact. Valanciunas getting it done.
Puts it up from 15. Yep, that one goes in there. 8 points for Anthony Davis.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed. He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see. And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And Jones subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Now, here's Valanciunas. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Outside, Jones, wide open. And that one hits back iron.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
Here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. Now here's Morant. He sinks the 11-footer.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter, and Davis puts it in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And he's a great scorer. But Anthony Davis's defensive impact, Smitty, perhaps even greater. Do you think he has a chance to ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
Without a question, Kevin. On a team with more weapons, he can focus on the defensive end more. We saw that with Kevin Garnett, who won his Defensive Player of the Year award his first season in Boston.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Davis. Memphis also making some changes. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jackson comes in for Anderson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about Jackson's quicks? I mean, he just explodes to the basket. Incredible at driving inside.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 16 points for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside, Jones passes it to Jackson. A three-pointer, no good. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. Shots good by Waiters. Waiters got 5.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Jones, the pass to Chang. Pass to Melton. High arcing shot. Count it.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. Los Angeles shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for LeBron. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dion. on waiters. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jackson's checked in, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here's Jackson. Outside Jackson. Jones looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6.
And really, Howard, a genius at how he bothers scorers, pestering them with his reach and leaping ability.
And that one is good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jones with the bounce pass. Jackson from long range.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there. Check mark. The physicality. Check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now Murray. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really... It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Jay, your team has already clinched a playoff spot. So what are some things you're going to be working on as you get prepared for the postseason?
Hey, our goal here on now is just to stay sharp and healthy, man. Keep a good rhythm. Keep momentum. Make sure we're at our best when the first round starts.
Well, it looks like you guys are peaking at the right time. So congratulations and
thank you, David. Great interview once again.
Let's do this. Got my favorite shoes on. Sweat. That's
And welcome back to Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex. Big win tonight from our team, and we are lucky to have Jay with us right now to break it down. So how you doing tonight, Jay?
Guys, I'm fantastic. You know what? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. With tonight's win, you guys officially clinched the playoff berth. So how does this reflect on the kind of season you have?
I think it validates what we're doing here as a team. You know, nobody's satisfied with just making the playoffs, but at the same time, it means you're doing something right. So we'll just take it in stride, celebrate a little bit, but get right back to work because we got a long way to go to reach our goal, which is the championship.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu.
Whoa, excuse me. Did you just say something relevant and poetic? And did you make an accurate historical reference?
I don't know. I blacked out, Hank. What'd I miss?
Oh, wow. We are going to get to the bottom of this one after a quick commercial break. I'm not sure what just happened here, but we do need to figure it out. Jay, thank you for your time. Appreciate you joining us.
Hey, no problem, Hank. And yo, Hornet, you killed that, man.
Oh, man, you are listening.
Now, I don't want to interrupt the celebration, but there's a few things I want to say.
Speak on it, Coach.
Now, first of all, each and every one of you deserve this. Making the playoffs in this league is a big deal, and you should find pride in that.
Let's get it.
You made a goal. You accomplished that goal. Now, remember, it's just the beginning.
Oh, come on, Coach. Killing my vibe, man.
Trying to keep you focused.
All right.
Okay, making the playoffs is a big deal, but remember, it's just a first step to a much bigger goal. And I think you all know what that is.
Hey, we're going to get that chip, baby.
Keep working and you just might.
For sure.
All right, everyone bring it in. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Little different reaction than last time, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yo, Don.
Hey, guys. Che, good to see you.
Hey,
We
what's
are
up?
really glad you can make it, and we're excited to have you here.
Hey, anything for the kids.
Nice. All right. You ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Dave, we got Che here. Our raffle winner? There she is.
Hey.
All right. You two have at it.
Are we gonna play some one-on-one? You want the ball first? All right. Take it easy on me, all right? Congratulations. Good job, Brooklyn. You got me. Star in the
Che.
making.
Man, that was great.
Hey, just trying to help the kids out.
You really made her day. Did you see her face light up?
I did.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. Hey, he can ball, huh? Get it up. Hey, right there. Come on, man. Don't forget the clock. Yo, look at the clock!
Hey, I'll see you later.
Bring it in, guys. Break is over, and it's time to focus on the second half of the season. If we want to be a winning team, we really need to shoot better than we have. Get over to your stations. It's gonna be a lot of shooting drills today.
Keep the ball, huh? Shoot that, all you!
Just like that.
With the foul!
Move it! All right, here we go.
Get started, man. Let's get started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Who got ball?
Great energy in practice. Don't leave the gym without putting some individual work.
Regardless of mode, these will always work. So Triple Threat Online and Offline is a great place to showcase your new dynamic duos, and you may take your opponent by surprise. If they're not aware that you're running a duo, you may get a 3-point boost to a player that normally can't shoot threes very
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Taking place in the heart of Los Angeles, Staples Center, the Celtics taking on the Lakers. For Boston, proving
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight,
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And a chance to take a look at some... Hey, Dave. Well, David, he's come a long way. Thank you. Chris, if your team's style of play doesn't seem to be working, do you still have time within a season to change it?
There's always time, as long as everyone is on the same page. And if something's not working, the worst thing you can do is to keep going in that direction. You need to bring everyone in, let them know the mistakes that we've made, let them know our new outlook, and ask everyone, are they in on it? And if they're not, those guys that aren't in on it, you stay in the locker room. We'll be back after the game. And if everyone's in on it, we're going to have a heck of a time. We're going to have a heck of a time because now we have a new outlook. And sometimes with a new outlook, it brings positive energy.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Walker in at the one spot. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. It's good.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Tatum. Walker surveying the floor, and the basket is good.
And although Walker is just 6'1", he possesses impressive strength, as he showed right there.
Kicks to James, and again it's the Lakers.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Rondo against Walker. It's Brown on the wing. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The pass to Howard. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. Drills the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
They've come out of the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Outside, Walker. The kick out to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Inside, Davis. And they pick up 2.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for Davis. Danny Green, he's checked in for James. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Green comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics value, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Green. It's deflected. To the paint. The shot's good from McGee.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Passes it to Smart. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And after signing a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, Marcus Smart rewarded the Celtics, Chris, with the best season of his young career.
Yeah, his best shooting percentages by far. I mean, add in his continued progress as a playmaker. Don't forget he's the man on the defensive end. I think that's money well spent for Boston.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Green outside, and another 3 for the Lakers.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Memphis. Pass to Poirier. On the wing, Green. Now the pass to Smart from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked as...
He made it! That's how you beat the clock, baby! That's how you beat the clock!
Wow, what a way.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Lakers on top. They lead by 11. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
JaVale McGee is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dion Waiters. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Pass to Green. Fires the three. Rebounded by McGee. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Timberwolves.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in. 13 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Now a timeout called by Boston. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Weber, you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give our boys in Michigan, give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Passes it to Canner. Here's Walker. It's deflected. Smart on the wing. The wing jumper off target.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration.
And he makes that one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Celtics trail by 19. And it's Walker penetrating over Rondo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's good. Can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
Howard's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Celtics also with a sub. Hayward's checked in. To the middle. Lakers working the ball around now. Kicks it to Davis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. It's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 19. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
They always had great instincts defensively. Rondo using that length there to come up with the steal.
And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 40-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? He's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
Brown outside. To stop the run, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the determination of Brown is phenomenal. No one is going to stop these shots from going down.
And the Lakers making a change here. Green's checked in. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing, by the way.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Brown against Rondo. Brown feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Cantor. Boston again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Green against Brown. The kick out to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It's amazing. Scouts were worried that Tatum would be a streaky spot-up shooter, but you see the perfect form.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And that sends Anthony Davis to the free throw line. It goes on Jason Tatum. And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Brown. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And don't leave out his rebounder, Kev. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
From deep three-point range, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The Celtics shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
He was just a skinny kid coming out of college. Hayward's gotten much stronger and much better in a short period of time.
And he knocks down the first one. Hayward hits them both. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Hayward comes with the double team. And Davis wide open. He shoots 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Walker. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Loads it up for Davis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And here's Tatum for 3. And even though Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And James throws it down.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Walker against Rondo. Walker's shot is off.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Shot's good by Walker.
That's a tough shot, but Walker doesn't even flinch. Drains it right in his face.
To the inside. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. He kicks it to Tatum. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. A shot by Hayward, wide open, drains the 19-footer.
Well, early in his career, the mid-range area, that's where Hayward did most of his damage with the jump shot.
And it's Davis at the elbow. And it's in there. He's got 21.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Celtics have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Hayward outside. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Outside, Walker pulls it from 20, and the jumper falls for him. Walker's got 11.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
From deep, but they'll get another chance. For the 3, it's good from long range.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. He dishes it to Tatum. LeBron grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Back to Walker.
No threes for Walker.
30 seconds left in the third quarter. Over Rondo. That one rolling around and rims out.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Now Walker. It could go. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles. Way out in front. Their lead at 30. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that
time. Talking about number one options at the offensive end, there's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
They've got JaVale McGee. Davis is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Deion Waiters. That's the Laker 5.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
Walker finds Hayward. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
Banked in off the glass. He's got 34.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Hayward outside from the arc. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Pass to Cantor. Now here's Walker. Shot to stop the run. Good tee by Rondo. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys, will push their win column up to 55.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Lakers passing it around. There's the dish to Davis. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Count it. Good.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Cantor, the pass to Hayward. His three-pointers off the mark. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
From deep three-point range, misses the shot. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that...
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by...
What's up? What's up? Let's do this. It's a nice hit.
We are joined now by one of the hottest young rookies in the league. It's hometown hero Che. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, Hank and Horn.
Yeah, so we are wondering, what do you think about showing up on these lists of Rookie of the Year contenders? Now, is that something you take a lot of pride in?
I play to win. If I work on my game enough, I think I've got a pretty high ceiling. But I wouldn't say I take pride in Rookie of the Year specifically.
Why the heck not?
Yeah, I think what Hornet's trying to ask is, what's wrong with taking pride in your work?
Nothing. You know, I take a lot of pride in my work, but I don't have any control over Rookie of the Year. I take more pride in things I can control. Just being a professional, you know? Working hard in practice, taking care of my body, studying film. And if I do all that, I know I've tried my best. And that's when I feel pride.
Beautiful answer. You might want to look into being a senator when your career's over, Che.
One thing at a time, gentlemen.
Yeah, you've got our vote.
You know, I ran for school president in high school, and I lost.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to let you go now, but thanks again for joining us. Always a pleasure, Che.
Hey, guys, can you play some Lil Wayne before we leave?
You got it, absolutely. That was Che, and this...
Big news for Che and company as our hometown heroes enter rarefied air. That's right. They now have the best record in the entire NBA.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, that's right. And if they keep this up, that would mean securing home court throughout the playoffs. And in a sport like basketball, that's huge.
Enormous.
Yeah, the way I see it, they've got to be the favorites for the title right now.
Wow, bold claim.
Well, no, seriously, who can hang with him? I don't see it. I just don't. Some might call me a homer. Okay, that's fine, but the record speaks for itself.
Scoreboard!
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a music break coming up, but I want to dig into this. When we get back, we'll look at the top teams in the league and how much they stack.
Look, always with the same crew.
This is the 2KMC, and y'all better be ready because I got your top plays from my team. You've submitted the plays, and now it's time to choose the best. Let's start with Block Monster 8 in Triple Threat.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Get hip or get stuff.
Bring it.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up On Friday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, their backcourt, Ball and Redick. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry, have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Ingram following the basket by Anthony Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 18, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Now here's Redick. D right on him. Ball feeling it out a bit. Passes to Williamson. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Swiped away. Loads it up for Davis. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Here's Ingram following the bucket by the Lakers. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Williamson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Ingram. 17 points in his last outing. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop.
You got to be careful there. AD, great timing, and jumps all over you, swipes that ball, and ignites the offense.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. The pass to Favors. And it's sent back by Howard.
That reach of Dwight Howard is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for Anthony Davis. Green, he's checked in for LeBron. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. 1:41 left to play here in the first. Moore outside. 6 to shoot. They need this. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
With the teardrop, it's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple of seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
The free throw off from McGee. And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, two all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
The Lakers on offense. A nice run going 12 in a row. It's tipped and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Alexander Walker. And the Pelicans miss again.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
On the wing, Green hits the three-point bomb.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back to the action after this word. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
We got Joe Ingles, Green out there with Dion Waiters, and there's JaVale McGee. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Here's Hart. Got a hand on it. To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Green's got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Danny Green. Moore outside. Knocked away. And stolen by Kuzma. Waiters gets a wide open look, and again it's the Lakers.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And it's Moore penetrating. Yep, it counts. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most. And their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. will get better next game, and that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And he jams it with authority.
Sometimes Rondo's a step ahead of everybody, even the coaching staff, especially on defense when he swipes the ball away like that.
Down low, here's Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ingram's got his first 2 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And Ball comes to help. A steal. Ingram outside. Okafor trying to get open. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
I love how Ingram toys with the opposition, drawing contact very easily on these kinds of attempts.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Favors comes in for Okafor. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Hart.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. Ball dishes to Redick. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Redick's got his first points of the night.
Redick reading the defense well, and that time goes with the floater.
And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Ball, the pass to Redick. There's the triple. A shot off that time, and the Lakers take it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
They shot the lights out from deep, really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. Williamson, the pass to Alexander Walker. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Ingram missing. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. And he uses the glass on the layup. 13 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Alexander Walker, covered by LeBron. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Redick passes to Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. And that one's good. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way, Kevin.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Williamson. Off target with the jump hook. Got it up. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Yep. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. LA's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for New Orleans right now, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And it's Williamson missing.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
And that one, good.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Ball against Rondo. Ingram right side. He kicks it to Reddick. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
The dish to Howard. And he comes up with the deuce. Howard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for James. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor's checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And it's Ejuan Moore checking in for J.J. Redick.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Clock at 4. Here's Moore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And not just a long-range gunner, but Ejuan Moore also blessed, Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's Moore. He's tightly guarded. The 11-footer, McGee with the block. To the paint, Okafor with the steal. 1:44 left to play in the 3rd. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Waiters. Here's Hayes. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Pass to Kuzma. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Moore. Shoots from 14, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, Moore does a good job of finding some space in the mid-range.
Passes it to Kuzma. Lays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got 7.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Hart. Ingles covering. And the pass to Alexander Walker. It's stolen by Ingles. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Alexander Walker passes to Moore. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Well, effective ways that E'Twaun Moore can score. He's had some very good shooting years and is going to find his way to the free throw line here.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Markieff Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's LeBron in for Dion Waiters.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Inside. Here's Okafor. Nice shot from 10 feet out. He gets it up. Beat the clock. Count it. He caught it.
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
And so it's Los Angeles. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to shoot. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know they're fans.
And we saw at times just stretches of defense. The potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you later.
One of the better stories from the past week or so has been the excellent play of
to all of you who've submitted shoe designs for the NBA 2K Shoe Creator Contest. There's a lot of great shoes out there.
That's right. Now that the window for entering is closed, be sure to check back here next week when the 2K community will vote to decide the winner in each category.
Good luck, and we will see you back here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time.
See ya.
Good luck. Bye.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, for a team that has the unbridled ambition of the Golden State Warriors, moving to San Francisco is fitting.
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, D.A. And let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Curry.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. And for the Warriors, Green down low with Looney. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the three, the small forward. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Puts it up from 12. 6 on the shot clock. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. To the paint. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Trying to get open is Davis, and Thompson sends it back. Wiggins outside. Pass to Curry. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. You look at the Bucks. They slide down to the third spot, trying not to slide any further.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they're just taking it one game at a time, dismantling each opponent along the way as they were predicted to do. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Curry. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Shoots. The short one's on the money. So it's the Warriors now. 4-point game.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. LeBron against Wiggins. Outside Curry. And the Warriors miss again. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Trailing here by 8. Wiggins outside. Thompson outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Well, this is the confidence of Klay Thompson. When he's out there, he is ready to fire on the catch.
That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Curry against Rondo. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. And the rejection by James. And that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score, just great ball movement.
Passes it to Wiggins. Looney kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Curry. Over Rondo. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Wiggins.
Well, the effectiveness in between the perimeter and the basket. Curry relishes the opportunities he gets in mid-range.
Wiggins with the block, and they're able to recover. And good that time.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Warriors trail by 12. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Several teams changing it up here. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Poole. He's guarded by Waiters. The pass to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by McGee. And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare feat indeed. And Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about.
The field goal percentage as a whole is the...
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Green. Joe Ingles is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Dion Waiters. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Here's Pascal. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Los Angeles leading by 13. throws it down hard with one hand.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Poole. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Wiggins dishes to Lee. Tipped away. Wiggins outside. The shot misses. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Good on the shot. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Here's Poole. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Waiters over to help. Lee outside. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
To end the run, Smailagic. A rebound by the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Timeout called. The Warriors outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, every timeout, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Greg, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. Pass to Lee. Some nice passing by Golden State. No one covering. 6 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, you talk about confidence when you're from distance. It's Klay Thompson. That's his world, and we're just living in it.
And now, here's Lee, the fast break opportunity.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
Morris with the bucket.
How about the balance, the effort? Markieff Morris takes the hit, still able to convert.
Pass to Kerr. A 15-footer, and no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, there's just a rhythm and a beauty to what Steph Curry does on a nightly basis. How pretty is that shot?
Count it.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
43 seconds left here in the second. Rondo with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And Rondo is a rugged defender, outstanding at reading the opposition there and then coming up with the steal.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. From outside, off the mark. To the wing right side. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Again, Los Angeles.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
It up, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green down low with Looney. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Buries it from 3-point range.
Wiggins better off when he doesn't have to put the ball on the deck.
Lakers leading by 21. Pulls it from the elbow. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside Curry from past the arc. Rebounded by Howard.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Thompson surveying the floor. It's Curry outside. Here's the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Thompson passes to Looney. On the wing, Wiggins. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Wiggins has got 6 points.
I think unselfish is a word that applies beautifully to Draymond Green. So good at sharing the basketball.
Count that one, and it's 6 points for Davis.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And here is Curry. 5 points in the game. Down low. Out to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 11.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result. And you look at the development of how Clay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
And Davis puts it in.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Start it.
You know what, Greg, you're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Clay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for Davis. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. It's Curry outside, and James pulls it down.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And it's good, 2 points.
Wow, the passing skills on full display. LeBron James once again orchestrating like a maestro.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Smailagic. That one's off, still out of sync.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
He gets it in there. 32 points in the game.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Cool, no good.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Damian Lee, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Pascal. Drains the three-pointer. Pascal's got his second bucket tonight.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Murray's checked in for Danny Green. Lee outside. To the middle. Smailagic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
And he's got his first chance at the line here. A stupendous finish in traffic.
You know, they've barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Poole. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Dion Waiters. The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. The Lakers with the ball. Three-pointer. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's the Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Fires from deep. Bucket's good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here. With this one in the books, we've got...
What's up, Shaq here. That was one of the best offensive performances I've seen this year. If you can keep it up, I might even give you one of my nicknames.
Oh, man, coming from you, Shaq? You know I'm humble. You know, it's been a lot of extra hours in the gym, trying to perfect certain moves, add some different other ones. You saw the results of that tonight. But I do believe the best is still ahead, and I hope to prove that next time out.
I know you will, and if you do, nickname time.
And thanks for joining.
I love it. Bombs away, baby. Give me those threes.
Okay, I hear you. I'm all for shooting threes. But look, not all threes are created equal. You can't just jack up shots and pray that they go in. You've got to be...
This week.
Welcome. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, there's the Grizzlies. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And when I look at the Lakers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Some guys check the league standings every day. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach when you played?
Hey, I didn't look at them much because we were a team that was struggling, Kevin. We were just trying to find our way to being competitive back in the early 80s with the Pacers. So I never got to the point where we were a team that was looking at the standings daily. And I avoided the papers pretty much throughout my career just because to me was a bit of a waste of energy and time. I had more things to focus on than where we were in the standings and what people might be saying and writing about us.
4 on the clock. Jackson misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Stolen by Brooks. To the inside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
Brooks outside. Anderson against Davis. Anderson passes to Morant. It's rebounded by Rondo.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. And it's no secret that the Lakers have had their number this season. They've lost all 3 of their previous meetings between the teams. Coach explained their shortcomings in a simple manner, saying they have LeBron and we don't. Sometimes that's all there is to it. We just need to be better as a team to take a win off of them. Well, that's not a bad assessment, guys.
Thank you, David. And so here's Memphis from 8. Trying to get open is Davis. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Anderson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's stolen by Jones. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Pass to Jones. 5 on the clock. And he hits it to tie the game up. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
And so it's Memphis with it after the basket by the Lakers. Jones, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And, you know, for backup point guard Tyus Jones, you love the way he plays defense. I mean, comes in and buzzes around, creates a lot of havoc, forces turnovers, great hands, and quick feet.
Jang, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Josh Jackson comes in for Brooks, and then for Los Angeles. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. Green comes in for LeBron. And Deion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. For his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Clark. He's coming off a 16-point game against Sacramento.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's Jackson with the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I think it's important that Jackson cash in from outside the arc. Really comfortable from this area of the floor.
And the rejection by Jang. They swipe it. They're running. And here they go. And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he...
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
You know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Clark is out there with Jackson. Then it's Gorgie Dang. Then it's Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Here's Clark, and it's blocked. Hope they get it back. Jackson with the bounce pass. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Clark.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And he gets the bucket. He's got 13. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Lakers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. Anderson comes in for Jackson. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Jack. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Jones. And the Lakers also making a switch. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Dion Waiters. Mark, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard, he's got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Inside, here's Brooks, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The pass to Howard. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. A chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Huh? What a group. And you look at Morant. All season long, he's been getting it done for his team, and that's why he is sitting in that #2 spot and making a strong case, guys, for #1.
And at #2, he still has an excellent chance to walk away with the hardware for Rookie of the Year.
Well, he certainly throughout the season has adjusted to opponents quicker than they've adjusted to him, and that is so advanced for a rookie. Speaks highly of his game and his IQ.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score, and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
He's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
54 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Brooks. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Dylan Brooks. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Murray comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Jackson. Murray with the defensive effort.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jackson. And Jones subbed in for Morant.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on. You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the one in the first.
From deep three-point range. Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Finished off the break. Howard's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Lakers. The Grizzlies on offense. Now here's Morant. Passes it to Anderson. Jackson with it. Over Rondo. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Jackson. The Lakers shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Takes it off the glass. 26 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Here's Morant. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. On the wing, Jackson. Lock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Joe Ingles comes in for Anthony Davis. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for LeBron. Free throw drops for Ingles. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Morant with it. Morris is there. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Fifth best, the Grizzlies.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebound, and you've certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Jones checked in for Kyle Anderson. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Pass to Ingles. And he gets it to go. Ingles has got 5.
And you could see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Jones in the post, working on Green. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
To the paint, picked his pocket. .135 left in the third. He gets that one. He has 30.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Grizzlies have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Jones kicks to Morant. Over Waiters. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Chang, no luck.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee comes in for Markieff Morris. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Green.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Waiters. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Allen. Jones has got 9.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Count that one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Melton. Trying to get open is Jang. And here's the break. Here's Davis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Allen outside and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Gets it off. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great...
Shooting for Memphis, Kyle Anderson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one is no good. From deep, it's good.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful... all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
What's up, fellas? Appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks,
Whoa, appreciate you, man. What's up, big dog? Appreciate you, man. What's up, man? We played good tonight, man. You know? Yeah, gotta keep it going. What's up, bro? Appreciate you, man. You know, do what I can.
Welcome to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV. We have so much in store for you this week, including some exciting news.
That's right, the
Well, more bad news. Big game tonight.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the and is that well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, that tandem can switch on pick and rolls. That tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this would make them great.
Interesting. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo. And for the Pelicans, a lot of former Blue Devils out there. Redick, Ingram, Zion, and Okafor all on the floor. And it's Ball in at the point. In deep. And it's sent back by Howard.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Lakers working the ball around now. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Well, when we talk about AD as an athlete, a major component to that is his body control, able to adjust off contact to finish the play.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a three-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Ingram against LeBron. They double him with James. Here's Okafor. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense. And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
I love the continued development for Anthony Davis. The three-pointer, his ball handling. Last season, a career high in assists.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. The Lakers with the ball. Lakers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And you were just talking about Davis's ball handling ability. It used to always be one dribble and up.
Yeah, because he has so much length, and that's all he needed to score over the top. Now you see him handling it like a guard and going around people and also able to change speeds and read the defense better.
Pass to Okafor. Dishes it to Ingram. Can they get it? LeBron with the block.
When he blocks shots, they are usually on the highlight reel. LeBron James with another one.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Davis with the double team. Ingram kicks to Ball. Okafor, the pass to Redick. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Here's Williamson. Outside for Redick. Oh, good on the triple. Lakers leading by 7. Lays it up and banks it in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
And the Lakers making a change here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Joe Ingles comes in for Anthony Davis. Green, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Here's Alexander Walker. And the Pelicans miss again. And here's the Lakers. They're on an 18-7 run. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Hart. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Los Angeles leading by 13.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Miller's checked in. They double him with Green. Pass to Hart. To the wing. No one near him. They get the rebound. It's blocked, but they recover it. Raiders against Miller. More in the corner. The tray. Drains it from beyond the arc.
This is how Moore likes it. Give him a good pass, let him catch in rhythm, and he'll do the rest.
And Miller with the block.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Green. And Green slams it in.
A 3-and-D player. That break started by Danny Green's awareness on the defensive end, creating the turnover.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we got Joe Ingles. He's out there with JaVale McGee. Dion Waiters is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots. And the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Here's Alexander Walker. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Moore. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, he grew up in East Chicago, a steel mill town in Indiana. And E'Twaun Moore says, Smitty, he had to work 3 times harder than the next guy to make it.
You know what, Kevin? Every team needs an E'Twaun Moore. He'll never be a star, but he has earned his place in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, and Anthony Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Joe Ingles. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Dion Waiters. He hits the second from the line. Now, when the game is decided and the clock is running out, the winning team shouldn't try to score. But we're seeing more of that these days. I'm not sure why. Kind of an unwritten rule. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, Kevin, it used to be. And I watch a lot of these players come in. The game is decided. You know, they're up 10 or down 10, and they're still out here dunking, shooting. Back in my day, Kevin, you get that little ugly look from the team, and then the next game, you usually come up with a hard foul against you just to send a message.
Just 5 on the clock. Ingram passes to Moore. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Defensively, you're playing Moore to shoot the jump shot. He crosses him up off the bounce on that play.
Davis down low. He's against Okafor. Davis with the bucket.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Now here's Okafor. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ingram outside. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. New Orleans making some changes here. Williamson comes in for Darius Miller. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for E'Twaun Moore. And the Lakers also making a switch. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. The pass to Redick. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Redick's got his second bucket of the night. Pass to James. Kicks it to Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Okafor with the block. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Really left alone that time. And that's now 9 points for J.J. Redick.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
It's Davis on the wing. Here's the floater. Howard trying to free himself up. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 11 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside. And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Deflects the pass. Howard with the steal. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Yeah, reward the big man. Howard getting out and running in transition.
1:06 left in the first half of the game. Poke loose. It's stolen by Davis. Jumps up, and it's Davis with the jam.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make, they are executing.
Now Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 4 on the shot clock. Kept alive, Williamson. And the rejection by James. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
What I love about AD, he doesn't just have a well-rounded game. He's elite at both ends of the floor.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. New Orleans has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Here's Hart. He had 16 points in the win.
Empowering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Los Angeles.
A 3-ball. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
He had to rush that one a little, but...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, a lot of former Blue Devils out there. Redick, Ingram, Zion, and Okafor all on the floor. And it's Ball in at the point.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Davis. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
The Pelicans shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Howard with the steal. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end. You know, perimeter scoring more important than ever. However, Anthony Davis, an elite scorer who still gets it done inside.
And you look at the top scorers in the league, not too many players 6'11" or taller.
Anthony Davis, the Greek Freak, and Karl Anthony Towns, the common thread. They can score facing the basket. All three franchise players.
Redick with the bucket.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
To the middle, here's Davis, got a piece of it.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
And then Okafor slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at that Nets matchup, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
5 to shoot. More dishes to Williamson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And a chance now for us to see which rookies have been shooting lights out since the All-Star break. In the third spot, Zion Williamson.
He has been outstanding since the break. Defenders have been struggling to slow him down.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Miller comes in for Okafor, and it's Josh Hart in for Brandon Ingram. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
Here's Ball. Morris with the block. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Waiters comes in for Rajon Rondo. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Williamson kicks to Hayes. McGee with the block. Now the Lakers on the break. Oh, what a play!
Watch your head.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Alexander Walker passes to Hart. Miller outside. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Waiter. Count that bucket.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
It's tipped. And they're on the break. Miller, the pass to Hart. Rebounded by McGee.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Danny Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Lakers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
Shots good by Miller.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Miller with the double team. Gets the 14-footer to fall. He's got 29 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Pass to Hart. Floats one up. That shot is off. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Raiders for 3, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Good on both. And so it's Los Angeles. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. We've got Murray. JaVale McGee is out there with Green. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. And here's Hayes. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
look, don't get me started, but here's my thing with instant replay. We've had it for a long time, right? And how much happier are we with officiating?
Good question, hey?
Right? I mean, have people stopped complaining?
I know I haven't.
That's exactly my point. People are always going to find something to complain about if their team doesn't win. It doesn't matter how much instant replay you use. Meanwhile, you're slowing down the game. And the thing is, there is a million calls you can make on every single play, right? So when does it stop? How about, here's an idea. We accept that this is a game played by humans, right? Judged by humans, and those humans will occasionally mess up some calls. This quest for justice, or whatever you want to call it, it's boring. Can we all just move on with our lives and enjoy some basketball? Okay? Enough is enough already.
Hank's mad as heck, and he doesn't have to take it anymore.
That's right, I don't, especially from you. But this takes us to our first commercial break of the hour.
The NBA 2K League season has begun. Scott Cole, we are in the middle.
There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. And nothing.
Well, Joel.
Thank you, David. We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who is the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in the hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. That's tipped. Embiid with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Richardson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. We played just over a minute here in the first. And the shot goes down.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
So absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
And here are the 76ers now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Knocks it loose. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness.